How's it going, everybody, and welcome to a very special second edition of a Would You Rather for Christmas, where we answer all the tough Christmas questions, like would I rather attempt to survive a computer uprising by the Terminator, or attempt to survive a zombie outbreak like Dawn of the Dead? Isn't that the most Christmassy question ever? Was Terminator a Christmas movie? No, Gremlins was the Christmas movie, not Terminator. But this is a simple question anyways. Terminator, computers. Computers are smart, they're gonna bring their machine friends, you're gonna be like, boo, 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 and they're just gonna bounce off them because they're made of metal machines that can think for themselves and are trying to kill me, or a brain-dead zombie that is shamming along and it's like, brains. You can take anything. You can take a fork and you can stab the zombie in the face. You think you're gonna win against a Terminator with a fork? You're gonna be wrong there. Would I rather own a pocket-sized giraffe or a pocket-sized elephant? Now, a pocket-sized giraffe, you might say, would be the better choice. Except, how many people's pockets are this big? Giraffes have really long necks. You put a giraffe in your pocket, his head's gonna be poking out, he's gonna get cold in the winter. I live in Canada. That giraffe's head's gonna freeze and fall right off. A pocket-sized elephant, though? Little mushy elephant, meh, 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 meh. What sound do elephants make? They're like, that's what noise elephants make. A little mushy elephant stuffed into your pocket? Okay, if you're Canadian, do you remember a commercial for, I think it was called a house hippo? It was about a little tiny hippo that you could buy to live in your house, and it was like the size of like a toilet paper tube. And for the longest time, every kid believed that you could go out and buy a house hippo, and I really wanted a house hippo, and then I found out house hippos weren't real, and it was the worst thing ever. Yeah, good job, Canadian television. I'd rather own a pocket-sized elephant because it would be adored. Would I rather eat my meals where the food is freezing cold, or eat my meals with 5 pounds of salt, or 5 tablespoons of salt poured on it? I like salt in my food. I like adding salt to things, but not that much. I would rather just eat it cold. The saltiest thing I ever ate was these double salt Dutch licorice, and they were terrible. They were like, I suppose they're an acquired taste because I know people that actually really enjoy them. I don't enjoy them at all. They were the saltiest thing ever. I put it in my mouth, I'm like, bleh! They were horrible. I would rather just eat everything cold because at least I'm eating it. I'm getting all the flavor, it's fine. Would I rather eat a Butterfinger or a Snickers? I'd rather eat a Snickers. That's not saying that Butterfinger is worse than Snickers. That's saying I would rather just eat a Snickers because Butterfinger, you get halfway through it, it's too rich. You're like, nah, I'm kind of over this chocolate. You put it down, you eat it like 10 minutes later, but a Snicker, good all the time. It has nougat, it has chocolate, it has caramel, I think, it has peanuts. It's the ultimate chocolate bar. It's everything you could possibly want. Would I rather constantly have a runny nose or constantly have Cheeto cheese covered fingers? Okay, here's a little hint about Sugarcat. I don't like things on my fingers. I don't like sauce or powder or drippings or like creams. Don't like that at all. That would be the worst thing I could ever experience. I would rather have a runny nose. I just rub it all the time. Then it would get really red and raw and like, that'd be terrible. But I'd rather have that than anything involving Cheeto covered fingers. Would I rather be an orc or a night elf? As a WoW player, that's the question to all questions. Would I rather be a big stinky green orc with like horns and tusks and axes and spikes and stuff? Or would I rather be a dainty night elf that controls magic and has an affinity to nature and might possibly be sexy as anything? I'd rather be a night elf. They're way better than orcs. Would I rather be in jail for a year or live in complete isolation in the mountains for a year? I'm gonna assume that I'm living in isolations because I'm some sort of Buddhist monk or like Tibetan monk and I'm up in the mountains trying to figure out how to use the Force. To be in jail for a year, you would be dealing with some miserable things. You'd be boyfriend to some guy named Bubba on the top bunk. He would make you his bitch. You wouldn't have any cigarettes to use for currency, but you live in isolation mountains for a year. You might come down. You might be a better person. You might be more one with yourself, and that might make you capable of doing anything. Would I rather be deep sea diving and have my oxygen tank run out, or be bungee jumping and have my cord snap? What am I bungee jumping over? Am I bungee jumping over concrete? Am I bungee jumping over water? I mean, it's probably going to kill you anyways. One of these involves a quick death. One of them involves not. How deep underwater am I? Am I like 30 feet? Am I 4,000 feet? Now see, this is all trick questions. But if we're talking, I'm gonna die one way or the other, cord snapping. It would probably be the better way to go. Would I rather never be able to leave my native country or never be able to drive? I don't drive now, so that's fine. But never being able to leave my country, that'd be terrible. I'm going on a trip in like 2 months. I gotta be able to leave. I would never be able to drive because I don't drive. I don't need to drive. I get public transit and just walk everywhere. Would I rather constantly stumble when walking or constantly stutter when speaking? I constantly stumble when I'm walking anyways. That's an easy question. Would I rather play dodgeball or play Foursquare? I was the king of Foursquare. Literally, that's actually a position in Foursquare. Junior high, I was just all over the Foursquare courts. Every time we had recess or lunch, I would just run to the Foursquare courts, although most people didn't really want to play with me, but I was still there, and sometimes I would actually play with myself and just kind of like do different moves. You do that move where you like spin the ball to the left, and it would just hit the corner and go out, and the guy would be out. It would be amazing. Oh my god, I love Foursquare. I love Foursquare so much. If you were having open surgery, would you rather feel no pain but be awake to see everything happen? Be asleep during the surgery but wake in pain? I'd rather feel no pain but wake up. Because it'd be kind of neat. You'd be like, oh, there's my insides. Yeah, if you were asleep during the surgery but you woke up and you were in tons of blood, I guess that's surgery, actually. That's normal surgery. I would rather this, because I'd rather see what's going on. Would I rather have a large painting on myself or have a life-size sculpture on myself? I'd rather have a painting. Like, I'd rather, like, if I can go back in time and get, like, Da Vinci or, like, Van Gogh or somebody to paint a big mural of me, that would be amazing. If anybody wants to paint a picture of me, feel free to go ahead. I would greatly appreciate it. I really want to paint it on myself now. Or even like a clay sculpture. Make a clay sculpture, Sugarcat. I don't know. While getting ready for the day, would you rather never be able to look in the mirror again or always get dressed in complete darkness? Most days I get dressed in complete darkness anyway. That's fine. I don't need to look in the mirror. I don't need to get dressed in the light either. Would I rather listen to only one song for the rest of my life or listen to no music for the rest of my life? I'd rather listen to one song because at least it's not no song. Would I rather eat only human remains for the rest of my life or starve to death? Now see, human remains, have they already died from natural causes? Was it some disease? Am I able to eat them? Am I safely able to eat them? Or would I rather die? Oh boy, I don't know. Would I rather eat something or starve to death? That's a silly question. I'd rather eat anything than die. Would I rather tea or coffee? I'd rather... Oh my god, this is the worst question I've dealt with all day. I love coffee. I love coffee more than anything. But I like tea. Okay, I'd rather coffee than tea. But oh boy, we're talking, it's really close. Would I rather be wanted for murder and be on the run or be a homeless man who only has boxers? Would I rather be probably going to jail for the rest of my life or be homeless with underwear? That's fine. As long as I'm not going to jail for killing someone. That means I had to kill someone. It's a Christmas season. That's not very Christmassy. Be electrocuted every time you swear or have all profanities censored out on your television. If I swear now, it's gonna get demonetized anyway, so I have to watch my language. Beep. Would I rather work at McDonald's or work at Burger King? I think McDonald's has superior food. Whoppers are pretty good though. I'd rather work at McDonald's though, because I think that their range of food is better. And I think that if I got like a 100% discount, I would eat more McDonald's than I would at Burger King. Would I rather be visited by ancient aliens or be visited by the mole people? If there were mole people, they're gonna pop out of the sewers and drag us down there with them, and it's gonna be awful. Ancient aliens though, we could ask them questions like, did you build the pyramids? Did you build Stonehenge? The answer is probably no, but it'd be really neat to know, and maybe we would actually get some technology from them to do some light speed to get away from here before our sun explodes and destroys us all. In an unlucky survival situation, would I rather go swimming with sharks or go swimming with alligators? I would rather go swimming with neither. I'd rather go swimming with sharks because at least if I was able to get to land or a boat, I would survive. If you go onto land, an alligator is going to come up out of the water and it's going to keep coming after you. Not as quick, but it will be still coming after you. A shark is going to be like, I'm just a shark. I don't have arms. I don't know what to do. I'm on the ground. I'm flopping around. And you could just bop it in the nose. Apparently, bopping a shark in the nose will make it go away. You bop an alligator in the nose? The alligator is going to take your arm off with your little fist that punched him in the nozzle. All right, somehow we ended back on pocket-sized giraffe and pocket-sized elephant. That is a good place to leave this episode for now. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. Have a Merry Christmas. It is 5 days away. I hope you guys got all your shopping done and all your Christmas festivities taken care of. Keep being awesome, guys, and I will see all of you in the next video.